You're wrong.
Tonight, Stephen welcomes Sean Penn,
Wrong.
Sutton Foster,
Wrong.
and musical guest Regina Spektor.
Wrong.
Featuring John Baptiste and Stay Here.